Welcome back to ZE Coins. If you're a fan of rare coins, today's episode is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins ever made, the 1978 Washington quarter dollar with no mint mark. That's right, today we're talking about a coin worth millions. At first glance, a 1978 Washington quarter might seem like any other standard coin from the era. But when you look closer, you'll realize this coin is far from ordinary. This is the no mint mark Washington quarter, and it's one of the most sought-after and elusive pieces in modern coinage history. To understand the significance of the 1978 no mint mark quarter, we have to take a quick trip back to the late 1970s. The U.S. Mint produces coins in various locations across the United States, specifically in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, each coin is stamped with a mint mark to show where it was made. For example, a coin minted in Philadelphia typically features no mint mark, while coins from Denver are marked with a D, and those from San Francisco carry an S. But here's where things get interesting. In 1978, something unusual happened. A batch of Washington quarters was produced without any mint mark at all. No D, no S, just a regular quarter stamped with the typical Liberty and In God We Trust on the front and the eagle on the back. Experts speculate that this mistake was due to a malfunction or an oversight at the mint, possibly involving the minting presses or the die used during production. Whatever the cause, it resulted in a small, rare batch of unmarked quarters, and that rarity would soon spark a huge interest among coin collectors. Now, if you're out hunting for this rare coin, how do you identify it? It's simple, but important to check carefully. The 1978 no mint mark quarter looks very similar to the regular 1978 quarters, but the key feature is the absence of any mint mark. You'll want to examine the reverse of the coin closely, right below the eagle's tail feathers. On most quarters, you'll find a mint mark here, but the no mint mark version will be completely blank. And remember, the absence of a mint mark is what makes it incredibly rare. Okay. So why is the 1978 no mint mark Washington quarter such a big deal? Well, rarity equals value in the world of coin collecting. But let's break it down. A standard 1978 Washington quarter in average condition is worth around 25 to 50 cents. But the no mint mark variety? That's where things get crazy. Experts estimate that only a handful of these rare quarters were minted, and that makes them incredibly difficult to find. As you can imagine, when something is rare, it becomes highly sought after. In fact, one of these coins recently sold at auction for upwards of $1 million. That's right, this coin is no longer just a pocket change treasure, but $1 million gem. And the market for rare coins is only growing stronger as collectors from all over the world are willing to pay top dollar to add this stunning rarity to their collections. So how much can you expect to sell your 1978 no mint mark quarter for? Well, it all depends on its condition. Let's take a closer look at what determines its value. Coin grading is a big deal. If your 1978 no mint mark quarter is in perfect, uncirculated condition, meaning it looks brand new and has no visible wear, it could fetch the highest price. A coin graded as MS 70, which stands for Mint State 70, basically flawless, can potentially sell for the highest market value, around $1 million. On the other hand, if the coin has some wear and tear, like scratches or discoloration, it will be worth less. In general, most of these no mint mark quarters are valued in the range of $100,000 to $500,000. But if you're lucky enough to find one in pristine condition, you could see a value of $1 million or more. Coin collectors and investors are paying attention to trends in the coin market, and this rare 1978 no mint mark quarter is holding its value and even increasing. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions, Stack's Bowers, and others have seen these coins go for sky-high prices. But what about the future? Will this coin continue to rise in value? Many experts believe that the rarity of these coins will only increase over time, making them even more valuable in the future. With fewer of these coins in circulation and even fewer in pristine condition, the value could skyrocket as more collectors get their hands on them. Thinking about buying or selling a 1978 no mint mark quarter? Here are some tips. First, always buy from reputable sources. Look for established dealers, auction houses, or trusted online marketplaces like eBay, but be sure to verify the authenticity and condition of the coin before making a purchase. Make sure you get a certificate of authenticity, and if you're selling one of these coins, don't just accept any offer. Take it to a professional appraiser or auction house to make sure you're getting the best price. So, there you have it, a fascinating look at the 1978 no-mint mark Washington quarter dollar. This coin is truly a treasure, and its history and market value make it a standout in the world of numismatics. If you happen to have one of these coins sitting in your collection, now might be the perfect time to get it appraised or even put it up for auction. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about this million-dollar coin, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more fascinating coin content. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Happy collecting, and I'll see you next time. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a deep dive into the world of rare coins. Today, we're going to talk about a coin that's incredibly rare and can fetch up to an unbelievable $2 million at auction. The 1987 P. Washington quarter dollar coin. Yes, you heard that right, a coin from 1987, minted in Philadelphia, that is worth an insane amount of money. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating history of this particular quarter, what makes it so valuable, how its value has skyrocketed, and how you can potentially find one in your pocket change. So, let's dive into the details. Before we get into the specifics of the 1987 P. Washington quarter, let's first take a step back and talk about the history of the Washington quarter series itself. The Washington quarter has been one of the most iconic and recognizable coins in the United States since its first minting in 1932. The coin was designed by John Flanagan, and it features a profile of George Washington on the obverse, that's the front side of the coin. On the reverse, the back side, the coin has featured an eagle and a variety of designs throughout the years, with the most famous design being the one seen on modern quarters, an eagle standing with its wings spread wide. The coin was first issued to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, and over the decades, it's remained a staple of U.S. coinage. But we're here today to focus on a special coin, the 1987 P. Washington quarter. Now, let's get into the meat of the matter, the 1987 P. Washington quarter. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we need to first look at the Philadelphia Mint's production that year and why one specific variety stands out among millions of others. The 1987 Washington quarter was minted in massive numbers. In fact, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 1 billion of these coins in that year. Normally, with such a high mintage, you'd expect these quarters to be worth face value, just 25 cents. But here's where things get interesting. Some of these 1987 P quarters were struck with a unique and rare error that causes them to be worth astronomical amounts of money. The most valuable 1987 P. Washington quarters are those that feature a double die error. This error happens when the die used to strike the coin has a slight misalignment, causing certain parts of the design to appear twice, creating a double effect. In the case of the 1987 P. Washington quarter, this error appears on the date and sometimes even on parts of George Washington's face and hair. The double die effect is not always easy to spot, but when you know what to look for, it becomes clear. For example, on the date, you might notice that the numbers 1987 are slightly shifted, causing a duplicate image to appear beside the original. The most noticeable feature is usually a split in the date, but there could also be additional doubling on the lettering around the coin. These rare double die varieties are what set the 1987 P. Washington quarter apart from the hundreds of millions of other ordinary quarters from that year. So, what makes these double die 1987 P quarters worth a staggering $2 million? The answer lies in rarity and demand. You see, while millions of 1987 P quarters were minted, only a handful of them have the double die error. These coins are incredibly difficult to find, making them highly sought after by collectors. In fact, only a few of these error coins have ever been documented, and as a result, their market value has skyrocketed over the years. The rarity of the coin, combined with the high demand from collectors, has led to one of these coins being auctioned for as much as $2 million at a prestigious coin auction. In addition to rarity, the value of these coins is further amplified by their historical significance. The Washington quarter series is beloved by collectors and has a special place in American coinage history. So, when you combine the 1987 P double die error with the legacy of the Washington quarter, It creates a perfect storm for high-value coin sales. Alright, so now that you know how valuable this coin can be, you're probably wondering, how do I find one of these 1987 P quarters with the double die error? Well, here's how you can spot the double die error and potentially turn your pocket change into a small fortune. The most common feature of the double die error is in the date. Look closely at the 1987 to see if any of the numbers are doubled or appear blurry. Look at the lettering. Check for any doubling on the Liberty or In God We Trust text on the coin. Use magnification. If you're unsure, use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a closer look. The doubling effect is often subtle, but with a little patience, you can spot it. Also, if you come across a 1987 P quarter and suspect it might be a double die error, get it appraised by a professional. A certified coin grader can help you determine whether it's the real deal if you're fortunate enough to find a 1987 P Washington quarter with a double die error. You're probably wondering what to do next. The first step is to have it professionally graded. A reputable grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, will authenticate your coin and give it a grade based on its condition. Coins in excellent condition, known as mint state, will command the highest prices at auction. After your coin is graded, you can choose to sell it at an auction house, through online platforms, or even to high-end dealers. But keep in mind, the market for rare coins can fluctuate, so it's important to time the sale correctly to get the best possible price. So, what does the future hold for the 1987 P Washington quarter and its value? Well, it's safe to say that these rare coins will continue to be a hot commodity for collectors. As time goes on, fewer and fewer of these error coins will remain in circulation, making them even more desirable. In fact, we might even see more of these rare quarters popping up in the future as people continue to dig through their coin collections, change jars, and pocket change in search of hidden treasures. Who knows? The next big find could be just around the corner. And there you have it, the fascinating history behind the 1987 P Washington quarter and why it's worth an incredible $2 million today. If you're a coin collector or just someone who loves the thrill of finding hidden treasures, keep an eye out for those rare double die errors. You never know what could be in your pocket. Host waves goodbye with a close-up of a 1987 P quarter. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rare coins, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and leave a comment below telling us about your favorite rare coin finds. See you next time on the channel. Happy hunting! If I told you that a simple coin sitting in your pocket right now could be worth a mind-blowing $3 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating history, value, and the legendary story behind the 1990 P Washington quarter. This coin has sent collectors into a frenzy, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why it's so sought after and what to look for. So stick around, because you don't want to miss this. Let's start with a little history lesson. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American coinage since 1932, designed to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington. The original design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, and his classic depiction of Washington has remained on the quarter for decades, with only a few modifications over time. Now, the 1990 P quarter specifically comes from the Philadelphia Mint. That P mint mark on the obverse, just above the date, tells us it was minted there. While billions of these coins were produced in 1990, there's one reason why certain coins from this year are commanding astronomical prices, and we're about to uncover that secret. So, why all the hype? Why are collectors and numismatists, yes, that's a fancy term for coin collectors, so obsessed with the 1990 P Washington quarter? It all boils down to rarity, condition, and errors. You see, most 1990 quarters are pretty common. But here's where it gets interesting. A few of these coins were struck with incredibly rare minting errors or have survived in pristine condition, which makes them unbelievably valuable. One of these legendary quarters was recently sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $3 million. Imagine that. A coin you could have gotten in your change at the grocery store is now worth more than a luxury mansion. But what made this particular quarter so special? Let's break it down. First, let's talk about minting errors. Errors occur during the coin production process and can include things like double dies, off-center strikes, or even coins struck on the wrong planchets. Those are the metal discs used to make coins. In the case of the 1990 P quarter, some experts believe the $3 million coin could have been the result of an ultra-rare minting anomaly. One theory is that it may have been struck on a silver planchet instead of the standard copper-nickel composition. Why is that a big deal? Because silver coins from that era were no longer in circulation. A silver quarter from 1990 would have been a huge mistake and a huge win for collectors. Another theory is that it was a proof coin accidentally released into circulation. Proof coins are struck with a special process that gives them a mirror-like finish and are usually intended for collectors, not general use. If a proof coin managed to slip out unnoticed, it would instantly skyrocket in value. So, how can you tell if your 1990 P quarter is worth millions? Here are the key things to look for. Coins in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state, are worth significantly more. Look for a coin that has little to no wear, sharp details, and a bright luster. Use a magnifying glass to examine your coin closely. Is there doubling on the letters or numbers? Is the coin off-center? Does it look like it was struck on a different metal? These are all signs of a rare error coin. If you have access to a precise scale, weigh your quarter. A standard 1990 P quarter should weigh 5.67 grams. If it weighs significantly more or less, it might be struck on the wrong planchet. Even though it's a long shot, check for any proof-like qualities. Does the surface look extra shiny or mirror-like? That could be a major clue. Now, let's talk about the current market value. While not every 1990 P quarter will fetch millions, even common coins in excellent condition can sell for a premium. For example, a regular 1990 P quarter in mint state could be worth anywhere from $10 to $50. But error coins and rare varieties? Those can range from thousands to millions, depending on the specifics. The most recent $3 million sale has fueled a surge in interest, and collectors are now combing through their old change like never before. Keep in mind that values can fluctuate based on demand, so if you think you've got something special, now might be the perfect time to get it appraised or graded by a professional coin service like PCGS or NGC. Are you new to coin collecting? Don't worry, I've got some tips to help you get started. Always look at your pocket change for interesting coins. You never know what you might find. Get a good magnifying glass, a coin scale, and a coin album to store your finds safely. Familiarize yourself with coin grading scales, which range from poor P1 to mint state MS 70. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. Follow coin news and join online forums to stay up to date on the latest discoveries and auction results. Knowledge is power. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1990 P Washington quarter and why it's taking the coin world by storm. Could one of these rare treasures be hiding in your pocket right now? Make sure to check your coins carefully. You might just hit the jackpot. If you enjoyed this video and want more content about rare coins, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Drop a comment below and let me know if you've ever found a rare coin. I'd love to hear your stories. Thanks for watching and happy coin hunting. If I told you a common-looking Washington quarter could turn out to be worth millions? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1993 P Washington quarter-dollar coin, its history, its rarity, and how it skyrocketed in value to an astonishing $4 million. Stay tuned because you don't want to miss this. First things first. Let's talk about the Washington quarter itself. Introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, this iconic coin became a staple of American currency. For decades, millions of Washington quarters were minted, making them a common sight in pockets and purses across the nation. But the 1993 P quarter? That's a whole different story. The P mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint in 1993. That year, over 900 million quarters were produced at this facility. On the surface, it seemed like just another year for the Washington quarter, or was it? So, what makes the 1993 P Washington quarter so special? To the untrained eye, it's just a regular coin. But collectors discovered a fascinating anomaly. A minuscule error or variation in some of these quarters turned them into the rarest treasures. Errors during the minting process can lead to coins with unusual features. These could be double dies, off-center strikes, or even rare metal compositions. In the case of the 1993 P quarter, a tiny imperfection in the minting process made it incredibly rare. In 2023, one of these 1993 P quarters made headlines when it sold for a mind-blowing $4 million at auction. Why? Because it was in pristine condition, a perfect MS-70 grade, and had one of the rarest error types ever documented. Let's break this down. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, mint state condition. For a coin minted in such large quantities like the 1993 P quarter, finding one in an MS-70 grade is nearly impossible. Combine that with its error feature, and you've got a once-in-a-lifetime coin. Over the years, we've seen many coins skyrocket in value due to their rarity. The 1909 SVDB Lincoln Cent, the 1933 Double Eagle, and the 1974 aluminum penny are just a few examples. But the 1993 P quarter has set a new standard for modern coinage. Now, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare 1993 P quarters? Here's what to look for. Check the mint mark. Make sure it has a P for Philadelphia. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to look for double dies, unique markings, or off-center strikes. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin. If you think you've struck gold, or in this case, silver, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for authentication. Certification is key. It's the only way to prove your coin's authenticity and condition, which collectors and auction houses will require. So, why is the 1993 P Washington quarter valued at $4 million in the current market? It's a combination of factors. Rarity. Only a handful of these error coins exist. The market for rare coins has surged in recent years, with collectors willing to pay top dollar for unique finds. Before we wrap up, here are some pro tips for coin enthusiasts. Always check your spare change. You never know what treasures might be hiding there. Invest in good tools like magnifiers and coin books. Join coin collector communities to stay updated on market trends. And most importantly, never clean your coins. Cleaning can damage the surface and drastically reduce their value. Who would have thought that a simple quarter could be worth millions? The 1993 P Washington quarter is a testament to the thrill of coin collecting and the incredible stories behind everyday objects. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating coin stories. And remember, your next big find could be just a pocket away. We're diving into one of the most intriguing coins in American history, the 1994 P Washington quarter. Yes, you heard that right. A simple quarter that was minted for everyday use could be worth a staggering $6 million today. How did this happen? Why is it so valuable? And could you be holding a fortune in your pocket change? Stick around as we uncover the full story. First, let's go back in time and talk about the history of the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Designed by John Flanagan, the quarter became an iconic part of U.S. currency. Over the decades, it saw several changes, including updates to its composition and design. However, the 1994 P quarter is special, and not for its looks. It's all about rarity, condition, and, believe it or not, a minting error that has baffled collectors for years. In 1994, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of Washington quarters. While most were ordinary coins meant for circulation, a few quarters from this year have become legendary. What makes these quarters so valuable is the combination of a rare mint mark, pristine condition, and a fascinating error that sets them apart from all others. So, what's the deal with the 1994 P? First, let's talk about the P mint mark. This indicates that the coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. While Philadelphia-produced coins are usually less rare than those from, say, Denver or San Francisco, it's not the mint location that makes this coin special. It's what happened during the minting process. There are reports that a very small number of 1994 P quarters were struck with a unique error. Some coins were double-struck or struck on a planchet that wasn't intended for quarters, giving them a unique look. This type of error is extremely rare and often happens by accident. Additionally, a few 1994 P quarters are believed to have been struck using experimental dyes, resulting in sharper details and a more reflective surface. These coins are what collectors dream about. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect. Most coins in circulation show signs of wear and tear, which significantly lowers their value. However, a 1994 P. Washington quarter in mint state 70 condition, meaning it's flawless, is incredibly rare. These are the coins that fetch millions at auctions. Let's talk about the market value of the 1994 P. Washington quarter. Back in 2013, a pristine 1994 P quarter with a rare minting error sold for $35,000 at auction. That was a jaw-dropping price for a modern coin. Fast forward to today, and the estimated market value of the most pristine and unique 1994 P quarters has skyrocketed. Some experts believe these coins could fetch upwards of $6 million, especially as demand for rare coins continues to grow. Why are collectors willing to pay so much? It's all about rarity and historical significance. The 1994 P quarter is a piece of modern minting history, and owning one is like owning a masterpiece. Plus, as more collectors enter the hobby, competition for the rarest coins is driving prices through the roof. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1994 P. Washington quarter? Here's what to look for. Check the mint mark. Make sure it has the PE mint mark located on the obverse side near Washington's ponytail. Inspect the coin's condition. Look for any unusual details, such as a double strike or reflective surface. These could indicate an error or experimental minting process. Get it graded. If you think you've found something special, send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate and grade your coin, which is essential for determining its true value. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1994 P. Washington quarter. From its humble beginnings to its jaw-dropping market value today, this coin proves that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. So, go check your piggy banks, pocket change, and old coin collections. Who knows? You might just be holding a piece of history worth millions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll keep bringing you fascinating stories about rare coins, hidden treasures, and how you can turn pocket change into life-changing wealth. Until next time, happy hunting! We're diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most talked about modern coins, the 2005 D. Washington quarter. That's right, this unassuming little piece of pocket change might just be worth a fortune, with a shocking claim that one recently hit a whopping $5 million at auction. Stay tuned as we uncover the history, value, and everything you need to know about this incredible coin. Before we get into the big bucks, let's take a moment to appreciate the legacy of the Washington quarter. First introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, this iconic coin replaced the standing Liberty quarter. The original design was created by sculptor John Flanagan, and it became a mainstay in American currency for decades. Fast forward to 1999, and the U.S. Mint began the wildly popular state quarters program. Each year, 5 states were honored with unique designs on the reverse side of the quarter. By 2005, the program was in full swing, and this brings us to the coin we're focusing on today, the 2005 D. Washington quarter from the Denver Mint. In 2005, 2 state quarters were released with designs representing Kansas and West Virginia. On the obverse, or front, side of the coin, you'll find the familiar profile of George Washington, with the mint mark D indicating that it was struck at the Denver Mint. The reverse designs were unique. Kansas featured a bison and sunflowers, while West Virginia depicted the stunning New River Gorge. But why are these quarters so significant? On the surface, they seem like regular coins. However, a combination of rarity, minting errors, and skyrocketing demand has made certain 2005 D quarters incredibly valuable. Let's talk about errors and variations. Coins with minting errors are highly sought after by collectors because they're unique and often one of a kind. For the 2005 D. Washington quarters, some of the most famous errors include: these occur when the coin's design is accidentally struck twice, resulting in a doubling effect. Look closely at the lettering or George Washington's profile for signs of doubling. These are coins where the design is misaligned, leaving part of the surface blank. These happen when the die used to strike the coin cracks or breaks, leaving raised lines or blobs on the coin's surface. If you happen to find one of these error coins, you could be looking at a small fortune. Now let's get to the part you've been waiting for: the money. A standard 2005 D Washington quarter in circulated condition is worth its face value of 25 cents. However, in pristine uncirculated condition, it could fetch $5 to $10 from collectors. But here's where it gets exciting. Quarters with significant errors or rare features have been sold for hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. In 2023, one particularly rare 2005 D Kansas quarter with a dramatic double die error sold for $10,000 at auction. And then, the jaw dropper. A 2005 D Washington quarter in perfect condition with an extraordinary minting flaw made headlines when it sold for an unbelievable $5 million. This record-breaking sale sent shockwaves through the coin collecting community. The coin's rarity, combined with intense bidding wars among wealthy collectors, drove its price to unimaginable heights. To help us understand why certain 2005 D quarters are worth millions, we've brought in a coin expert. Welcome, Dr. Sarah Mintwell. Dr. Mintwell, thank you. The value of these coins comes down to three key factors: rarity, condition, and demand. Error coins are inherently rare, and when they're in mint condition, they're even more desirable. Combine that with the increasing popularity of coin collecting as a hobby, and you have a recipe for skyrocketing prices. Do you think more 2005 D quarters with similar errors could be out there? Absolutely. Many coins with errors go unnoticed in circulation. That's why it's so important to check your pocket change. You might just strike gold or silver. So, how can you tell if your 2005 D Washington quarter is worth more than 25 cents? Here are some tips. Check for mint marks. Look for the D mint mark on the front of the coin, near Washington's ponytail. Inspect the coin's condition. Coins with no scratches, dents, or discoloration are far more valuable. Search for errors. Use a magnifying glass to examine the coin for doubling, off-center strikes, or die cracks. Get a professional appraisal. If you think you've found something special, take your coin to a certified coin dealer or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. There you have it, folks. The 2005 D Washington quarter might just be the hidden treasure you've been searching for. Whether it's a rare minting error or an immaculate uncirculated coin, these quarters have proven that even modern coins can be worth a fortune. So, what are you waiting for? Check your change, dig through your old coin jars, and see if you have a 2005 D Washington quarter hiding in plain sight. Who knows? You could be sitting on millions. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more coin collecting tips and treasure hunting stories. Until next time, happy hunting. What if I told you that a tiny quarter in your pocket could be worth a life-changing $7 million? Yes, you heard that right. The 2019 D Washington quarter dollar has taken the numismatic world by storm, and today, we're diving deep into its fascinating history, rarity, and why collectors are willing to pay a fortune for it. The Washington quarter has been a staple of U.S. currency since its debut in 1932, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. Originally intended to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday, the quarter became so popular that it replaced the standing Liberty quarter permanently. Over the years, the design has evolved, but its historical significance remains unmatched. Fast forward to 2019. And the United States Mint introduced a series of quarters featuring national parks and historic sites as part of the America the Beautiful series. The 2019 D Washington quarter is part of this series, but there's something extra special about it. The 2019 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver and features the Lowell National Historical Park design on the reverse side. But what makes it truly unique is its rarity, particularly in pristine condition. Look for flawless details and no visible wear, which means it could be graded as MS 68 or higher. Only a handful of these quarters have been graded as MS 68 or MS 69 by professional coin grading services like PCGS and NGC. And here's the kicker. The fewer the flaws, the higher the grade, and the more valuable your quarter becomes. The staggering $7 million valuation stems from a perfect storm of factors: rarity, demand, and the coin's historical significance. A 2019 D quarter graded MS-68 recently sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Experts speculate that an MS-69, the highest possible grade for this coin, could fetch up to $7 million or more due to its extreme rarity. Remember, the higher the grade, the more money collectors are willing to pay. Coins with unique errors or die varieties can also significantly increase in value. So, how can you get your hands on one of these treasures? Start by checking your pocket change and coin rolls from banks. Focus on finding quarters with the D mint mark from 2019. Once you find one, handle it carefully. As of now, the market for the 2019 D Washington quarter is red hot. High-grade examples continue to break records at auctions, and experts believe the value will only increase over time. Even lower-grade specimens can fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual hobbyist, this coin is a must-have for anyone interested in U.S. numismatics. The 2019 D Washington quarter dollar is more than just pocket change. It's a piece of history and a potential fortune waiting to be discovered. So, start searching your change, visit your local bank, or attend coin shows to increase your chances of finding one. Who knows? You might just strike gold, or in this case, silver. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and money-making tips. And let us know in the comments, have you found a 2019 D quarter yet? Thanks for watching, and happy hunting!